I'm Samantha Mowat. I'm a clairvoyant psychic and a contactee, and I cannot believe it is 10 o'clock at night. In the Yukon, it is brighter so much darker, or, pardon me, it is brighter so much longer than it is in the rest of Canada, or at least outside the territories, and it's pretty incredible to be up this far north. But it's kind of thrown me off, having to wait until it's either very, very early or very, very late to make a video, so it's not crazy washed out. Anyway, I would like to teach you another psychic development tip. And this is a very simple exercise, it's very fun, it's something you can do either indoors or outdoors. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're somewhere where you're comfortable and where you're not going to be disturbed, then that is the easiest way that you can do this exercise. So I'd like for you to get comfy, maybe put your phone on mute so you don't hear it if someone calls or texts you. The next thing I'd like for you to do is to put your feet on the floor. For me, I prefer to have my feet outside a lot of the times when I'm talking to my angels and guides, or when I'm trying to get a clear idea about the energy coming around me. But if you're inside, that's okay. That works too. So the next thing you're going to do is just close your eyes for a moment. Perfect. And then feel the way your body feels. Start with your feet. How are your feet feeling? Are they relaxed? Are they tingly? And work your way up your body from your ankles into your legs, and working your way up your legs and going into your hips and your torso. You're going to want to feel for any points of tension, anywhere that may feel bloated or uncomfortable. Just keep going, keep feeling your body. Don't focus on the pain, but just recognize it. Recognize anywhere you may be having discomfort. And once you're finished your torso, work your way down your arms and just feel the energy and the way the body feels around your arms. And once you have a clear idea of what that's like, move your way along your back, up your neck, and to your head. Now there's a very simple reason for this. The very simple reason is in order for you to get a clear idea about the energy that is being radiated from your body and the energy that is around you, you need to be aware of what your body is doing. Oh, just one moment. I'm going to pause this for a sec. Thank you for your patience. Someone was driving by, and I thought it'd be better to just cut that little section of the video out instead of you hearing someone drive on a dirt road. So, the next thing that I'd like for you to do is, now that you have an awareness of what your body feels like and how your body is at this time, I would like for you to start with starting to feel your energy. And for a lot of people, learning how to feel their energy can be a little bit odd. And we're not going to do a body scan today. In fact, it's probably best if we don't learn to do a body scan today, but we can learn how to feel some very simple aspects of feeling our energy and our aura. So let's start with this one. Take a moment and have your hands a small distance apart. You're going to want them only a couple inches. And just feel that for a second. Just move them up and down and feel the energy. At first, you might not really feel anything, in which case, just do this. Wipe your hands like that, rub your hands together to increase the circulation. By doing this, you're also increasing the amount of energy and auric vibration coming out. Oh, one sec, another person coming. Perfect. Sorry about that. Someone just drove by and I didn't think you'd want to hear someone driving down a dirt road. Anyway, let's start with this very simple exercise together. We're going to start with feeling how the aura feels. Now in order to do this, first I'd like for you to just move your hands up and down like this, rubbing your palms together. And the reason you're doing this is you're actually activating the minor chakras that are located in the palms, as well as all of the minor chakras located in the fingers and all throughout the hand. Sun went behind a cloud. So, now that you've done that, take a moment and just have your hands about 6 inches apart and feel your fingers. Does it feel like they're kind of going like this a little bit? How the energy is kind of moving back and forth? It might take a few times of doing this to really become sensitive enough to feel it. And that's okay. It all takes practice. Now, I'd like for you to just close your eyes and have your hands a few inches apart and slowly bring them together, but don't allow for them to touch. And then take them apart again. And just do this a couple times, going inwards and outwards, inwards and outwards. And it might feel like it's like there's something in between, something spongy, something that feels almost like it's a little bit elastic or a little bit almost like a squishy kind of feeling. Now as you're doing this, start to fluctuate the speed in which you're doing it. Go a little bit faster and closer, and a little bit slower and further apart. You'll probably see what I mean when I say you're moving your hands back and forth like that and starting to feel some sort of presence, something in between. Now this feels different than when you're feeling heat, because if you're doing it somewhere like outside on a day like today, or an evening like tonight, where it's cool out, where there's not a strong sensation of warmth or cold, and your body temperature is pretty neutral, then you're going to notice you're not actually feeling the heat, you're just feeling the energy. Whereas if you're in an air-conditioned place right now, and you're bringing your hands together because it's really hot out, you're probably going to feel the heat more than the energy, and that's okay. In which case, maybe save this for a little later in the evening when it's cooled down a bit. Another thing that I'd really like for you to try doing after you finish moving your hands back and forth and kind of getting a sensation for that energy is to take your non-dominant hand. So what I mean by that is the hand you don't write with. Now if you're ambidextrous, then use either hand, it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to just move it over top of my right hand. And as I'm doing that, I can feel the aura that's coming off of the top section of my right hand. It feels a bit like, it's almost like a tingling energy, like it's moving upwards. It doesn't feel like heat, because it doesn't feel warm, but it feels like that sensation of heat as it rises, in the sense that you can feel something radiating upwards from it. And from my right hand I can feel my left hand's aura radiating in. So just kind of move it in a circle. See if you can feel the way that energy feels while you're doing this. And it's kind of crazy when you start to feel it, because you can feel just how elastic and how malleable our auras are. They're quite an interesting thing to play with. And just for the next couple days, rub your hands together at different points and just play with your aura when you're bored. Maybe when you're watching Netflix, or you're bored at work, or you're waiting on the bus, or whatever it is you're doing when you have a free time that's safe to do so, play with your aura and start just feeling over your hands and the energy not only between your hands, but over top and going out towards your arms. Really just get an idea of what that energy feels like. Well, I think that's a pretty fun one for today, and I think it's something you should really practice. Just try it for the next week. You'll find that the more you do it, the easier it becomes, the funner it is, and the stronger the sensation of the energy coming in is. Well, I'm going to let you go, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace, love, and light. Bye!